Hey,
Hey Sarah, how you
it
doing?
worked.
Work? Okay. We'll see if Josh can get the invite. Hopefully he comes.
Okay. Yeah, I just have not been receiving Josh's invites the last
Yeah, it's crazy
or
technology is.
so.
Yeah, we were just talking about the election, just crossing our fingers.
Oh, I know. I'm kind of worried.
I think everybody
Yeah, we're
is.
hoping. I don't mean to be sexist, but hoping that a woman doesn't get in office.
hmm
Yeah, I voted for Trump. I don't know about you, but
we were gonna vote, but
Did not work out.
we just time and me
yeah,
traveling down to Utah today, like we just couldn't make it. But we would have voted for Trump.
yeah. What did you guys do in Utah?
So my husband has a he's going to alignment. He has
Training.
classes. Yeah, training. He has
He's going
classes
to what
from
school?
It's at Salt Lake Community College, the Miller campus. It's a week-long course just to learn how to properly and stuff. It's the only way they give me a raise.
Hey, Sarah.
Nice. Cool. That's awesome.
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Good. How was your bus ride?
It's good. I mean, the bus driver and I chatted most of the way, and I was just glad to finally be dropped off.
Good.
Yeah. Sorry about all of the confusion
That's all right. It's okay.
and but we're here now.
All right. Can we take the quiz?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. At least try to.
So which question are you on, Trevor?
I think I'm on 3. Well, I've done some more, but I thought we could just go over it again. When everybody gets there.
Okay. Yeah, the internet here at the hotel is very slow, so I apologize if there's any
Oh, you're in Salt Lake.
or anything.
That's right. You're in Salt Lake, right, Sarah?
Yeah.
What are you
Okay.
in Salt Lake for?
So my husband has classes for work. He's learning how to do alignment and stuff.
For cars.
Yep.
That's excellent. So for the question 3, I put C. What did you guys put?
That's what I put.
Yeah, because it represents the category of the area. I know some of these I didn't really see it in the lesson, but I'm just feels the one that makes the most sense to me. Question
Wait,
4.
did you
What's that?
choose for 3? You kind of were cutting in and out.
Oh, I chose C for 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It
I
makes sense.
agree. Uh-huh.
Hey guys, guess what? My wife just told me that Trump just won Ohio.
That's a good state.
Yeah. That makes me happy.
So we're
Isn't that
crossing your
normally
fingers and hoping he can win Florida and North Carolina.
Ohio normally a Democratic state, or is it very swing?
Okay, so question
I
4.
thought it was Democratic.
What did you guys get for 4? I got C.
Yeah, that's the only one that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
4, I got C.
Okay.
Would number 5 be the first bullet point?
The sample.
I wasn't sure. That's what I thought.
I thought that too, but the z-score has the equation. It says value minus the mean. So if it's p hat, whatever they call that thing, minus p, wouldn't p have to be the true population? I'm just,
I don't know.
because I'm just going back to, like, if it would be, is it the equivalent of mu, like the u thing? I'm
Well,
just looking.
because isn't there a difference between just P and then the P with the
Yeah,
thingy?
it does. It states, like, when you trying to get the z-score, it says that value equals p hat and the mean equals p.
Oh, I'm looking back in the preparation. It says P is the population proportion, and then the P hat,
Yeah, I
P
think
top, whatever that's called. It says when given a sample, you would use the P top thingy.
I think it's more of a sample mean, the p hat, right?
Oh, and I'm looking a little further down, and yeah, it does say P is the true population proportion.
Yeah, because p hat, it'd just be the x bar, like kind of like equivalent of the sample mean. I
Oh,
think.
and with the sample proportion, would that just maybe be the N or no?
Yeah, it's the sample proportion of what you get from n. Yeah.
So what did we decide for 5?
You think true, Sarah? I'm not sure.
You think it's the true proportion?
Yeah, I would say true from what I've
But if
found in
not,
my prep.
but if not, it'll be the Delta one for sure.
Well, we'll know the answer if we get it wrong.
Thank goodness.
I wish every question was like that. 50% chance.
Yeah,
I
all
know.
questions 50-50.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
one or the other.
On the exams, I wish there was multiple choice, because when you're plugging in numbers, it's like, oh man, I hope this is right.
I know. I hate that. There's always that big chance of, well, it could not be right, like
Crap.
don't
Gotta do the right. Yeah.
Okay. Did you get
N
the
is
third
the
or
sample size,
the
right?
last bullet point?
What's that?
Did you get the last bullet point for number 6?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's still the sample size. It hasn't changed.
Do you see where it talked about number 7, though? If P is 1/4, what is the smallest n that satisfies the requirement?
That's a good question.
I just don't know what the heck is that. What is that saying?
That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, and the prep, the prep is not really preparation. It's more like added work for not much benefit. Prep's meant to prep you. And
I
this,
know. And then you get to the quiz and it's like, I don't remember even looking over this.
3/4 of this lesson.
The material they give you in the lessons for us to go over do not correlate with the questions on the quizzes.
No.
No, it's done very poorly.
3/4 of this lesson was about how to make a bar chart or a pie graph. That's what the lesson was about.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't see anything in the
I
lesson.
don't know what.
Is it just wanting us to divide it by? Okay, so if P is equals 1, well,
Is it like
it would
just
be 1, right? Would it maybe be 1? You have to have at least one sample.
possibly? That sounds good. I mean, yeah,
Does it have
that
a
just.
question like this on the prep assignment?
I was looking back and I I didn't see any examples of this.
Okay, so the mean sample proportion p hat is normally distributed if n is large. Okay.
All I'm really seeing is that the one formula that says either the p-top equals x divided by n, or the standard deviation of the p-top, which is the square root of p times 1 minus p divided by n. I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe just go with the one, because
P is a point estimator. Yeah.
yeah, it couldn't be 0 because you always have to have
Example. It says what is the smallest and satisfies the requirement.
or would it go back to limit theorem? You have to normally have at least 30.
That could be it as well. But here in the lesson, it had a 25. And it was.
Unless they tell you it's normally distributed, then you go
Yeah.
with that. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Okay, so in the lesson, there's under, what is it, 3, 2, 1. It's how large is large enough. And then there's two things that you have the conditions that are satisfied. One is NP is greater than or less, equal to or greater than 10. And then the other one is N times 1 minus P needs to be greater than or equal to 10. And so if you plug the number in, you have to have at least 14 for N, for it to be greater.
For n to be greater.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because 1 minus P is 1/4, which is 0.75. So 0.75. Did I do that right? Because 1 minus 1/4 is 0.75. And 0.75 times 14 gives you 10.5. If you times it by 13, it's 9.75. So you need to have at least 14 for the second one. I don't know about the first one. I don't know what NP is.
NP,
Hey, that sounds good.
NP is just your number times the P. And your P on this one is 1/4. So
And so the minimum requirement, Josh, you said is 10.
It's 14
14.
for the bottom one. I don't know about the top one. If you have to do the top one too, then it's going to have to be a lot bigger.
Yeah. So I think so. It'd have to be 14 times 1 minus 1 divided by 4. It's 10.5 as well. This is what I got.
But the top one, n would have to be at least 40, where in the bottom one, it has to be 14.
40? I got 10.5 on both of them, but
10.5?
yeah, because if you just times n, n times well, it's 14 if that's what we choose.
So what do you think it is?
I did 14 times 1/4, which is 3.5, but if you times minus that from 14.14, that's 10.5. And on the bottom one, I did 14 times 1 minus p is 10.5. So you could be right there. That 10.5 would probably work. This,
So either
yeah.
like 10.5 or 14.
That's a good question. I don't.
So what did you put for 7?
Should we put 10.5 or 14? It says the smallest, so would that be 10.5?
I don't know.
I know. You got me there.
If you could try it.
Yeah. How about well, yeah, that's a hard one because it worked out being 14 and then Trevor worked out being 10.5.
For the top one or the bottom one? 10.5.
I got both of them for 10.5.
What number did you use for n?
14.
And you did that on the top one? The n times p?
N times p. It comes to 3.5, or else you would have to just do the inverse of 0.75. But you would just.
Yeah, I got 3.5.
Yeah. But wouldn't it just minus that from 14 to be 10.5? Because it's just asking what, it's a quarter of that, or being a quarter taken away. I don't know.
I know. I don't know either.
Sounds like it could work, but
I don't know.
not explained very well.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of,
Nope.
yeah, figure it out. All right. Question 8. Suppose n equals 24 and p equals 0.4. Whoa. What is the mean?
Did they ask us for any of the means in our homework?
What's that?
I don't remember asking for us to calculate any of the means in our homework.
The prep lesson, Sarah, does not prepare you for the quiz. They do different things there than they do in the quiz. They don't help you. I'm not surprised there wasn't a question.
Yeah, I know.
It's very, very poorly put together.
It's true.
Does your teacher watch these? Oh. Wonderful.
Yeah, hopefully there will be some changes from us posting our online videos. Well, we complain when there's a problem. When there should do it.
What is the mean of p hat? Okay.
Book. P.
It says the P is a true
I don't see
population.
the.
I think it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing as P, right? 0.4.
So now what formula would you use for question 8?
Unless it gives us data, I honestly don't think there's any different than the actual point estimator, the P hat, than the
Okay.
mean. I think it's something to throw us off because there's no equation to get the mean. There's the equation to get the standard deviation. So I think it's this 0.4. Because it says,
So would it just be
what's that?
would it just be like the 0.4 divided by 24?
I think it's, well, here it says where P is the true population proportion, which is also the mean of the distribution of P hat. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because, I mean, there's no other equation. Or wait a minute. Or wait, there could be. Well,
they gave us P and N. I wonder, is it just the square root times P1 minus P divided by N?
That's what I was wondering.
that's the standard deviation, though. I don't know.
But then, yeah, that's the only formula that I have when they were talking about what P is, you know?
Yeah. Good grief, this is awful.
I know.
This is the worst one yet. It really is. It's like somebody had a senior project and just put this together.
I know. It's so true. It's like, okay, who came up with this?
So they think he just won North Carolina. Yeah.
Oh,
So we're
That's awesome.
thinking the answer is
190.
just that 0.4.
Honestly, I think it is because unless it gives us data, we don't know the actual mean. And I'm just going what it says here. It says, okay.
yeah, because either it's the 0.4, or if you did the one formula, it would be what, like 0.1?
Yeah, and I think that's the standard deviation, I think, to get that.
Yeah, I think you're right, because it does say the standard deviation of the P top equals blah, 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 blah.
I guess we gotta go to that equation then. Okay. That equation is the
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the 9 is asking for the standard deviation.
uh, 0.1, right? Is the standard deviation?
Yeah.
What do I got?
That's what I got.
Okay. Not bad.
it just be 0.3 for 10 then?
Yeah.
I hate this.
It's a guessing game. That's why this isn't math. Math is you have this condition, you do this process, you get this answer. This is just a mind game that the professors have jigged the questions so much because they don't want it to be easy that you have no idea what anything means.
Exactly, and it stinks.
Brittany batting average is 0.3. We want to determine the probability that she will get more than 35 hits in her next 100 bats.
Mean.
So I guess 0.3.
I guess. I mean, would it be the same? Would it be like the same type of question 8 was asking, even though it was asking for the mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so at the very beginning of the lesson, they do have that P with the hat equals X divided by N. But they never give us an X, do they?
I don't think so.
No.
There's 35 more hits in her next 100 bats, but they just want to know probability, but they don't actually give us an X.
Now, is X supposed to be representing the mean? Oh, wait. Number of individuals in sample with the characteristic you're focusing on. Okay, so that wouldn't be the mean. No. I think it's
Okay,
0.3.
so I think you're right, Trevor. I think it's that 0.3.
Yeah, you think so? I just don't see how.
Yeah.
Because the key for me was it says Brittany's batting average is 0.3. Well, if you looked at that lesson, the P with the hat equals the X divided by N, and it gives you, it's your sample total is the bottom, and the top is how many answers you got, right? So like you polled 100 people, and 60 of them wanted Trump. Well, then you would divide 60 by 100 to give you that decimal. That decimal, that's the batting average. It's how many they hit over how many times they swung.
Right.
I don't think that made sense, but it made sense in my head.
Or would we have to take the 35 hits and divide that by 100 to get the probability, or no?
No, I don't. Well, that will be later on in question 12 or 13.
Oh, okay.
This one's just asking for the estimator p hat. Well, it says
Okay.
so p times p hat equals x over n. What the fetch is that supposed to be? Okay, so
100.3.
So I don't think there's an x in this one, is there?
I don't think so.
The average is. So you say it's 0.3, Josh?
Yes, I think it's 0.3.
Okay.
Yeah, we better go with that.
What is the standard deviation? That would be just square root.
Did you get 0.046?
We'll see. I haven't done it yet, so.
For which number? For what number, Sarah?
I got 0.046.
For which number?
11.
I got 0.0021.
0.0021.
Oh, did you square root it?
Yeah, I
No,
square root
did
of
not.
0.3 times 1 in parentheses minus 0.3 divided by 100, right? Is our n.
So are you guys still working on 11 then?
I got point.
What did you get for it again?
I got 0.046.
That's what I got too.
Okay,
Okay.
All
that's
right.
what I got.
Yeah, I think Josh, I got the 0.0021 or something, but then I
forgot to square root it.
and got
Yeah, I just forgot to do that last step. Yeah.
So the z-score.
Oh,
It's just the value minus the mean divided by standard deviation.
Don't we
yeah.
have to use the normal applet to find the z-score?
We'll get the z-score,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll use that to find the probability in question 13. Man, I hope I was right.
So did you, let's see,
Man,
did you, like what numbers would you use to plug into the formula?
it's a good question. Okay. Okay, so I'm coming back here to this. I'm just still coming back in my mind. I'm wondering what in the world. We want to determine the probability she will get 35 more hits in her next 100 bats. Okay, so we have to put 35 in somewhere, I think.
Okay, so I wonder if that would be the value, and then the mean would be the 0.3.
Yeah, the mean's 0.3. The value, so it would be 0.35. But
Minus the 0.3.
Yeah.
But we don't know the standard deviation.
It's 0.1. Or I mean, it's 0.046. Remember, we just got it.
Wait, 0.06?
Yeah. The standard deviation of p hat is 0.046. That was in question 11.
Wait, can you say it one more time? You're kind of cutting out.
Okay. The standard deviation, we just did that in the last question. It's 0.046.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So it looks like there's the formula for z-score is value minus mean divided by the standard deviation.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So what is the value?
The value.
The 0.35?
I think that we have to come back up here, and it says the probability that she'll get more than 35 hits. I just don't get, if it's supposed to be 0.35 or 0.3.
You see what I'm saying? Because it wants the value minus the mean, but which,
Yeah.
and then it gives you the letters, and it's the p hat minus the p.
Yeah.
So what is the p hat and which is the p?
The p would be 0.3, but the p value, the p hat. It makes me
But
wonder.
remember, for 10, we said the p hat was 0.3.
Yeah, then we would have to change that if that was the case to 0.35. What do you guys think?
For number 10.
Yeah, I'm still going back to it because it makes you wonder if we use 0.35 down there.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Let's see. Well, it sounds like p hat is the samples. So I almost wonder, could it maybe be either the 35 or 100?
I think it's 0.35.
Yeah, it would be.
Because remember, the p hat is x divided by n. And the x is the number, and
Oh.
it's 35 divided by how many, which is 100. So 35 divided by 100 is 0.35.
Right.
So, guys, my wife just told me Trump just won Florida.
Oh,
212 to 1.
Ooh.
That's a big state.
What was it, Andrea?
And isn't Florida normally Democratic?
It's a huge
it
swing.
flip-flops.
So when Republicans win it, it's high probability that Republican will win.
Yeah, it's a swing state.
Florida is one of the swing states that usually it's one of the deciders.
Yes. 29
Yay.
electoral vote. 29.
I'm pretty sure the 2 times Bush won, he got Florida, and then the 2 times Obama won, he got Florida.
He did. So
Geez,
we're
what
just
was
hoping
Florida
that,
thinking with Obama?
and I think people are so fed up with the Democrat and the whole scheme that they're just like, let's try the Republicans and see what happens. What do we have to lose?
Cross our fingers and hope for the best.
Yes. Cross your fingers and hope Hillary gets sent to prison.
So for 12, did you guys get 0.5 then?
I got
if we use
1.087.
Wait, you got what?
So that would
1.087.
807?
Yeah, 1.087. Because
Oh,
in the
0.08.
lesson, the formula for the z-score is the value minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. Did you get 0.05?
I just got 0.5.
Oh. Well, did you do
what
0.35
number?
minus 0.3?
I think, hold on, where's the formula for, I think I plugged in the 0.3.
I got 1.09.
Because I think I did the 0.35 minus, or vice versa, divided by the.
What I did was 0.35 minus 0.3 divided by 0.046, which was our standard deviation.
0.35 minus 0.3 divided by 0.046. Oh, I could see that working. And then what did you plug in, Trevor?
Well, I just did the regular equation, but I did, 0.35 minus 0.3 divided by, well, I guess it doesn't make much difference, but P minus, the whole equation right there, as it says in the bottom, it says value minus mean over standard deviation equals P minus P over square root of P times 1 minus P over N. So that's what I did in the first one. I got 1.191, but this one would be, did you get 1.097?
I got 1.087.
Yeah, I got that. That did end with Josh's numbers.
Even things that are I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go. Something.
Okay. Oh, statistics. Okay, and then Josh, you got 0.35 for 13.
Okay, so I'm doing 13 right now. The probability she'll get at least 35 hits. So we have to put the z-score in, but which ones do we shade? We don't shade. Do you know which ones we shade?
Well, this one, wouldn't you just divide the 35 over the 100?
No, that's just her batting score. That's the score of getting 35 hits out of 100. They want to know the probability. Wasn't it the probability of her getting more?
So would that be far right?
Yeah, it would be the far right. But then if you look at the question, it says the probability of Birdie getting at least 35 hits.
Yeah, so it sounds like it would be more.
So they've changed it. They have two different ways. One says more than, the other says at least.
Could that be middle then and far right, or at least?
Yeah, I would say the far right. Or it might be the middle and the far right. I'm not.
What was your guys' final z-score?
1.087.
1.087. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So now, would we just plug in the 0.35 into the area? Or would we plug in our z-score at the bottom?
You plug in your z-score at the bottom.
You plug in the z-score at the bottom.
Okay.
And if it's far right, it would be 0.35385. But if it's
If it's including the middle section as well as the far right.
Because out of 100 bats, let's say she gets 35, I would say it's probably 86. Let's see. .86.
You get to lose 35. Next 100 bats.
When you get to at least 85, later, that's the next one.
Because if you think about it, like 35, so that's about a third for total 100 battings. And so you would think there'd be a high possibility she should get at least, you know, the 35, if not more.
Yeah.
But that's just my reasoning. So what do you guys think?
I think it might be the middle area and the far right.
Yeah, I just think because it's such a small amount, like 35 out of 100, like she has such a huge chance of getting that 35 out of the 100 hits.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
0.862.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Josh?
For which one?
For 13.
Okay, so if we answered the way it asks, for me in the probability applet, I highlighted the far left and the middle, and I got 0.862.
Wait,
Yeah,
the far left or the far right?
The far left and the middle. Because she wants to know the probability of getting at least the 35, not more than. If it was more than, then we would do the far right.
Yeah,
but if you look at the question, it says at least.
That's right.
Oh, I guess
think
either way it's the same answer.
I think it'd be the left and in the middle, so 0.862.
That's funny. Yeah, it's both the same, whether you do the far left with the middle.
Okay, so if the true population of people who support a political candidate is 0.52, okay.
Okay, so for the next question, would we just do the square root of p times 1 minus p divided by n?
I think so. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, why didn't you do the p times the parentheses 1 minus p parentheses all divided by n in the square root?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What answer did you get?
Divided by...
I got 0.011.
That's what I got.
1 second. I need to get my other calculator out because I can't do this. Okay. Square root of point. Wait. What did you guys get?
0.011.
0.011?
Yes.
Keep getting 0.0001248.
No.
Oh, here we go. Okay. It was not working on my computer for some reason. Yeah, 0.0117 da 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 da.
Yep, that's right. So our z-score, we would have to know the value.
So now the value, would you use the 1,000 for your value?
Let's see. Okay, so I think we would use 0.5.
Yes.
0.5. I'm looking at the yeah, I'm looking at the bottom of the lesson. This is the easiest part of the lesson that it's given us. And we just do 0.5 minus 0.52.
And then divided by 0.011?
Yes.
Okay. Negative 42.727?
But 0.5 minus 0.52 divided by 0.011, I got negative 1.818. Is that what you guys got?
I didn't do something right.
Negative 1.818.
Yep, that's what I got. Did you get that?
But, okay.
All right, let's plug that in. Negative 1.818. It says less than 50%. So would we also do the middle and then the far left? I'm guessing less than.
Would it be the middle though? Because we want less than 50. It's not equal to 50. So would it just be the far left?
I'm guessing so. Whatever. I guess it's asking whatever's less than that 50%.
No, I think you're right.
It makes me wonder because 50% is right in the middle of that bell curve. And I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know. I mean, I guess if we're wrong, then come back. But I don't know. It's tricky. It's really not tough, but then it just is silly, you know. So what I got for the far left would be 0.035, or if it's the middle, I don't know if it'd be 96% though. So if the true proportion of people who support a political candidate is 0.52, and if there's 2,000 people, so everyone would determine the probability that results of the service will suggest the candidate is losing the election. So if they've already guessed that it's 52%, what they have, I don't think it would be the middle part of 96% losing.
Yeah, that seems really high.
I think it might be just the 3.5, 0.35%, 0.35.
0.45?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
0.035.
yeah, you think that's, I don't know.
That makes sense because if it was greater than, we would just do the far right, and it's the same as the far left without the middle.
And that he's already above 50%. I don't think his probability would be high that he would be losing. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
So I think it would be 0.035.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because it's not a highly likely chance that he would lose if he's already up in the polls. I guess we're ready to submit it.
Yeah.
I got
Yep.
the first two questions right.
4 easy points.
Let's look at the damage. 50%.
Hey, we got that last one right.
Oh yeah. So we just missed a couple questions, guys. That's not bad.
Yeah.
How many did you miss?
I missed just 2.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Question
missed
13.
13 and 3.
So question 13. Since we got the z-score right, it's probably just the far right then. I'm guessing. Because we put 1.0. What's that?
Hold on. So I missed question 10. What did you get for 10?
So I missed 13, and I got 10. I got 0.35.
0.3. Oh, okay. So for question 10, you got 0.35.
Yeah. 0.35.
And then you said you missed 13?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I missed 13 too.
7 was a tough one. Not sure
So
really
we
asking.
probably just needed to do the far left then and not the middle. Whoever made the test messed up. Because remember, the first part of the question says greater than, and then the second part says the same. That's why we put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It was,
and that's what we did. So 1.087.
Okay, so the z-score is 1.087.
And that equals out to
1.087.
that'd be
And we want just the far right. And what do you get?
Yeah. 0.139.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And so that should be right.
Did you guys get question 3 wrong?
No.
Question 3? No. I put C.
Oh, I did I did the third one too. Oh, wait.
What?
Hold on.
I did the third one. Are you making sure it's the third one, or it just looks like the third one? Like that's what happened to me.
Question 7. That's the other one I got wrong. Did you guys get 7 right?
No, the stupid question you got wrong.
7 was 40.
Oh,
it was
you put 40 in?
40?
I put 40.
Oh, really?
Because
Oh.
remember, 14 had to be was the smallest for the bottom, but for the top it had to be 40. So to satisfy both, it had to be 40.
Gotcha.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because 10 is a quarter of 40, so. Sounds good to me.
And then, so for 13, we just decided to shade the was it the far right or far left?
Left.
Far right.
Far right. Oh, because it's greater than.
Far right.
Either way, it's the same thing. It's this 0.139. Yeah, because in the question, the probability that she'll get more than 35 hits. Okay, yeah. There. They're all over the place here. That's kind of tough, to be honest with you. I just need to go through the lesson again.
Yeah. I mean, I
Mine
read
either.
through everything and did the prep, but it really does not prepare you for the quiz or homework.
Mine is more in the
Yep.
lesson today, but so I'm probably not trying as hard as I could. I'm thinking more about the election, you know,
Yeah.
not social statistics right now.
Now, isn't it by midnight we'll find out who wins?
It could be tomorrow. They're not sure. They really don't know who is
It
gonna
could be
win the.
tomorrow, or if it's really, really close and then someone disputes it, it could turn into a whole deal like it did back with one of the Bush ones.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to know who really takes it. But hopefully it's not to him.
Uh-huh. Are you guys just retaking it then?
Yeah, I'm just about to.
Turn it in again. 1.087.
Yeah, when it's actually a math question, I can do them. When it's the stupid I need to read your mind crap, not so good at it.
I know. I love math, but stats is a whole nother thing.
It is. It is.
Now for 7, you said it was 40, like 40.
Yep, got 100% on it, guys.
40.
Oh.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, 40. And then 13 was 0.139.
0.139.
So guys, I'll get this put up on the dashboard for the discussion.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Good luck, and hopefully everything goes well
Thanks.
tonight.
Yes.
We'll see you.
Okay, have a good night.
What time are
Take
we
care.
meeting on Thursday?
Could we
Oh.
meet? You get off at 6, Sarah?
So
What time do you get off
actually,
work?
I'm in Utah, so I don't have any work or school on Thursday. So
Can we meet a little earlier? Because I have a thing going on that night.
Yeah. What about you, Josh?
Could 5 o'clock, 4:30?
I kind of like having it later on Thursday, so then I have time to do something on Thursdays. But I mean, if you can't do it that later, I like having it at 7.
I was just gonna say this Thursday it's a bind because I have this birthday party I have to go to, but normally it's fine for me. It's just this Thursday was crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, normally Thursdays are fine for me, whatever time, but lately it's been all over the place.
Would
Okay.
5:30 be okay?
Yeah. Yeah, so earlier is fine for me. How early?
Or about 5 o'clock? Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
could do.
5 o'clock? Okay.
I could do earlier if you want to do earlier.
Yeah, me too, because like I said, I don't have any work or school until next Tuesday.
You want to do it at 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock? That works for me. 4 p.m.?
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds
4 p.m.
good.
We'll see you then.
Okay, see you
Okay,
then.
then.
All right, have a good night, guys.
Bye-bye.
See ya.